Kamusta kayo mga ka-try? We are still in MECQ and we hope that you are staying safe. Of course, para ma-prepare kayo at hindi naman kayo mabore sa bahay, we have prepared something for you that you can follow this particular morning. So, katulad ng mga previous episodes natin, we always try to provide sana mga basic tips for our beginners. And to start us off, itong Saturday morning na ito, hindi ako ang magbibigay ng mga tips. Nag-invite ako ng isang kaibigan natin mula sa industry to help you out. So, panoorin natin yung video ni Ma'am Jessica Gavino. And marami siyang i-share sa atin. And watch until the end ng kanyang video kasi meron siyang home project na pwede niyong gawin during the quarantine. Now, check this out.
Hi everyone! So today I'll be sharing some basic but essential tips that I've picked up along the way since I started in photography. So if you're just getting started in photography, I hope you would like this video. So before we get started, just a little background about myself. I started photography when I was in 6th grade. I got my first camera. It is a Canon PowerShot Color Pink. Uso-uso pa noon ang maraming or variety of colors of camera. Then, nauso na yung smartphones. Medyo nakipaghiwalay na ako kay Canon. Hindi ko na siya masyadong ginagamit. Then, after ilang years, siguro, ito lang, 2018 actually, I got my first DSLR. So, what is my photography style? I just shoot spontaneously on streets or whenever I travel. Minsan, nagpo-portraits din ako ng friends. Actually, kahit ano, whatever that I find amusing or interesting, I try to take a picture of it. Okay, so that leads to our first tip. Go out and shoot. Pero syempre, wag ngayon dahil naka-quarantine pa tayo. Pero depende sa local setting. If meron din kayong backyard, go ahead, shoot. Or you can also take the challenge to shoot indoors, create different photography projects. Pwede kayong mag-search online kung paano natin yun gagawin. And then, pag pwede nang lumabas, I suggest mag-research din ng places na pwede nyong puntahan. Doon kayo mag-photo walk or mag-search din kayo ng any local events na meron sa inyong neighborhood. Puntahan nyo rin yon. So, be adventurous and also don't forget your camera. Yun talaga importante dun. Huwag nyong kakalimutan yung camera nyo. Next, tip number 2, as cliche as it sounds, practice. Play with light, look for shadows, know your subject, experiment on different techniques and compositions. Also, this is the time where you would know where or what photography genre you would like to focus on. So one of my favorite photography YouTubers are Kai Wong, Jessica Kubasi, Julia Trotti, Mingo Street, and Sean Tucker. I recommend you should check them out. So, syempre, para makapag-practice tayo ng photography, you need to have your own camera. Actually, pala kahit hindi your own. Pag wala kang camera, pwede kang humiram. Ganun yung ginawa ko. Actually, hanggang ngayon, ginagawa ko pa rin siya. So, that leads to our next tip. Be resourceful. So, work with what you have. Kung ano yung camera na available sa'yo ngayon, gamitin mo yon. Kung meron kang Instax, medyo magastos lang dahil bibili ka pa ng film, but you can use this. Kung meron ka ring point-and-shoot film, pwede nyo rin gamitin yon. Next, syempre, kung meron kayong DSLR, gamitin nyo yun. Walang problema. While it's also good to have wide ranges of lenses to choose from, or have the latest gears in the market. But remember that sometimes it's about the archer, not the arrow. But if you really want to know more about camera lenses, don't worry, we will make a separate video for that. Next tip that I wanted to share is just take a lot of photos. There is a saying that goes, take 100 of photos, you get half a good photo, but if you take 200 photos, you get 2 good photos. So, anong lesson doon? Take as much as photos as you want. Huwag kayong magdi-delete. Sometimes what you thought is a bad photo can be actually one of your best. So I suggest invest on a good external hard drive where you can store your images and your memories will be forever. So since hindi tayo masyadong nakakalabas, here's a quarantine project for you. So you can go through again to your old photos and find something that you thought na hindi magandang photo, which you think is a bad photo. But then, baka kaya pa siyang i-edit or i-post-process para maging isang masterpiece. Okay, so let me start the challenge. Let me give you a short background about this photo. It was taken siguro 2014 or 2015. Yung nagkakamali. This is in Quezon Province. So, outing ng friends ito. It was taken by my Samsung Note 2. If I'm not mistaken, meron siyang 8 megapixel camera. So, obviously, hindi tayo magkakaroon ng maraming details sa photo na to. So, let's see kung ano yung kalalabasan niya. And the funny thing about this photo is that hindi ko sadya na makuha ito. Tinetest ko lang yung waterproof cover ng phone. Chinek ko kung tatalab siya sa dagat. And okay naman. So for those who have been following me in Instagram, baka familiar na sa inyo yung photo na to. Na-post ko na yata to before. So let me show you how I edited this photo using the Lightroom. So this is my final output. Konti lang naman yung binago ko, but kitang-kita yung malaking difference from before and after. So, looking forward ako sa entries nyo. Pwede nyo yun i-post sa Photo and Video Bootcamp ng TryPH. Pwede nyo dun i-post yung before and after photos and konting history or background kung paano nyo nakuha yung photo na yun.
Yun. Thank you so much, Ma'am Jessica, for showing us those wonderful, wonderful tips that we can follow. Especially yung mga beginners natin, we do encourage you to follow those steps po. Kasi it would actually be very beneficial for you. And talagang mas-speed up yung inyong progress as photographers and or videographers. So, kasi parehas din naman yung principle na diniscuss ni Ma'am Jessica. And then, of course, try nyo pong sundan din yung suggestion niya na photo project. Now, if you want to interact with Ma'am Jessica Gavino, she is a member of the Photography and Videography Bootcamp ng TryPH Media, and you can interact with her, ask her questions in that particular group, among others na industry practitioners din. Kasi yung ating Photo and Video Bootcamp is actually based on a social learning platform. So, it's on Facebook, but you can learn socially with others who are beginners as well in photography and videography, and you can interact with professionals in the field. Parang so there's a sort of mentoring and sharing din ng information that will really help you to speed up your progress in this particular career. So, if hindi nyo pa po nabibisita yung grupo namin, if you would like to come and see kung ano yung makikita nyo mga pictures doon and yung mga discussions, please try to find it in our Facebook page, and we will be linking it in the description of this video as well. So we'll see you there. We'll be very happy to welcome you to our group. All right. Now, on to our main topic for this morning. Of course, we will be discussing somewhat of an intermediate feature of editing softwares. So if you want to take your editing to the next level, meron tayong mga certain skills and certain features that we need to use and master. So before, yung mga tutorials natin, we showed you how to put the frames, how to sequence your clips together, to add music, and then to add text as well. And then from there, nakagawa na tayo ng isang magandang sequence. So, nagawa natin yun on both Premiere Pro, nagawa din natin siya on Final Cut Pro. But today, we'll be focusing on one feature na meron sila pareho, and actually lahat ng mga video editing software na pro level, meron sila nito. And marami ang na-enhance yung kanilang video production because of knowing this particular feature. So, ano bang feature ito? Function ito dun sa ating video editing. Now, this is what we call keyframes. So, yung first shot is a keyframe. It tells you the start of an action. And then, gumagawa sila dun sa dulo. Yung pinakadulo, that would be the second keyframe or the ending keyframe. And then, all of the frames in between shows yung progression from the first keyframe to the last keyframe. Yan, dyan nakuha yung concept ng animation. Pero, unlike animation, na you need to draw all the individual frames in between, your video editing software actually does it for you. So, you can add movement to your clips, you can add movement and animation to your text, and even add behavior dun sa inyong mga audio track. So, mahirap i-imagine talaga kapag sinasabi lang. So, puntahan na lang natin yung mga editing software natin. So, ang gagawin natin ngayon, we will look into this feature on both Premiere Pro and on Final Cut. Alright? Sige. Alright. So, katulad ng binanggit ko sa inyo, unahin natin ng keyframe. Tignan natin ng keyframes. Unahin natin yung sa Final Cut Pro. So, I've already exported or created a project for this tutorial. And then, nakita nyo tong clip na to. Originally, wala kasi ito. Just reset lang natin. Alright, there you go. So, ito yung original state nitong clip na ito. So, when I play it back, kita nyo, medyo mabilis siya. Pero, at the same time, walang masyadong movement. If you can see, the only thing that moves is yung flow ng coffee sa gitna. And then, yung parang smoky area doon, parang may coffee, may smoke from the coffee. So yan. So it makes for a good picture but not really for a good video kasi too static. Maliit lang yung moving part and hindi siya masyadong interesting. Now, kung nag-shoot ka ng video and then accidentally yung isang magandang scene ay nagawa mo ganito, static lang, but you wanted to add more dimension and movement to it, one way that you can repair it is to actually use itong keyframes or keyframing. So, paano ba natin gagawin yan? So, what we do with keyframes is to change yung properties. O, i-define natin yung properties ng ending clip and yung last clip, yung last frame. And then, bahala na si video editing software to calculate kung anong gagawin niya dun sa mga properties na yon para mag-animate siya from the first keyframe to the last keyframe. So, yun yung pinaka-concept niya. So, we'll be messing with the properties of this clip. So, when I click on this one sa Final Cut Pro, lalabas yung properties niya over here. And where can we see the definition of the clips, of the keyframes? Ito, kita nyo ba yung mga diamond na yan? So, yan. So, when I hit a diamond, that means I'm setting that particular frame as a keyframe. Kung nasaan itong line na ito. So, for example, I'll drag it here. Yan, nasa line na yan, nandito sa part na yan, yung pinaka-frame na yan, then I'll just click on that. And that's already defined as a keyframe. So, whatever properties I set dito will be carried over to that particular frame. Pero, syempre pa, you would like to add a very good animation dito sa clip na to. So, paano ba natin siya gagawin? Ano ba yung naiisip niyong paraan para mapaganda pa natin tong clip na to? Well, kung akong titingin dyan, simple lang for the purposes of this tutorial. Pwede lang tayo mag-add siguro ng konting movement dito sa clip na to. So, anong klaseng movement? I was thinking, baka maganda na meron siya movement na pa-zoom out. Hindi ko lang alam. Could be zoom out, pwedeng zoom in. Pero for the purposes of this tutorial, maganda siguro gawa tayo ng zoom out na effect para makita lang muna nila yung flowing coffee And then going towards the end of the clip, nakikita na nila yung details ng coffee machine. I think that would be a very pleasant na flow ng clip. So what do we do? So the first step is to select kung saan manggagaling yung pinakaunang keyframe mo. So for this particular video, dito sa pinakadulo. Yan. And then clinic ko na yung video kanina. So lumabas na yung properties niya dito. So ano ba yung mga properties na maapektuhan at kailangan natin maset yung keyframe? So, I think kailangan natin i-change yung position. Or, sige, simplify lang natin. Huwag muna natin baguhin yung position. Tingnan lang natin kung ano mangyayari. Kung zoom in, zoom out yung ating motion na dadagdag, I think we need to scale yung video clip natin. So, yung scale lang muna yung gagalawin natin ngayon. So, at the beginning of the clip, ang intention natin is dapat naka-zoom in yung clip. Tama? Very good. So, there we go. So, once we click on this, it means na on the starting frame, sa start ng clip, yung clip natin is blown up to 256%. Oo. Kaya ganyan yung size niya sa pinakaunang frame. And then, of course, pipili tayo ngayon ng duration niya hanggang saan o saan ba siya babalik sa normal. So, probably somewhere malapit na sa dulo. Kaya, i-move natin itong yellow line na to dun sa frame na gusto natin, somewhere dito. And then, i-define natin yung clip. So, ano yung property na define natin kanina, yung scale. So, gagawa tayo ng keyframe. So, paano natin gagawin yon? Kiklik natin yung diamond. There we go. Then, of course, pwede na natin siyang ibalik to 100%. There we go. So, pag nasa keyframe na to, nasa 100% na siya, pero dun sa beginning na clip ay naka-blow up siya to 200+%. So, tingnan natin if it works. There we go. So, yung playback lang natin ng konti. Yan! Very good. So, simple lang, di ba? May simple lang na animation. Nag-zoom in, zoom out lang tayo, which added more value to the video clip. Hindi lang siya static na siya. So, paano naman ito gawin sa Premiere Pro? Well, nakabukas na yung Premiere Pro ko. Tingnan natin yung Premiere Pro. Yun! There we go. Nakita nyo ba? It's the same clip. Kapag playback natin, it's the same static shot. Yan. So, ayaw natin yan. Gawin natin parehas lang para madaling sundan. So, what do we do? So, what we could do is click on our clip. So, mapapansin niyo wala dito sa right, ha? Wala dito sa right yung properties. What we could do is click on this one and go to the upper quadrant sa left and then click natin yung effects control. But then again, we need to select itong clip na to. There we go. So, lumabas na yung clip. Ayun yung scaling niya. So, anong ginawa natin dun sa Final Cut kanina? Ang ginalaw natin yung scale ng ating clip. So, ganun din ang gagawin natin dito. Pero instead of a diamond, ang makikita nyo sa Premiere Pro ay itong stopwatch. At instead na add keyframe ang nakalagay sa tooltip, ang nakalagay ay toggle animation. Pero it's the same thing. So, ang gagawin natin, click natin itong scale para mag-start tayo ng keyframe. Again, ito, very importante, yung marker na sa pinakadulo. And then, baguhin natin ito. Tinatcha ko lang kanina, I think nasa 250 plus tayo, no? So, lagyan na natin 256% na scale. There we go. So, close enough. Katulad nung ginawa natin sa Final Cut Pro kanina. So, ang gagawin na lang natin, anong next? I-move natin ngayon ito dun sa ating desired frame, kung saan siya babalik sa 100%. And then, unlike sa Final Cut Pro, hindi mo na kailangang i-click ulit yung stopwatch. What you can do is to change itong value na to 100% and automatically gagawa ng keyframe si Premiere Pro. Yan. Or you can click here itong button na to add a keyframe. So, tingnan natin if it works. Oops, sorry pa. Medyo iffy yung mouse ko. Oh, there you go. Thank you. Ayan, ganda, di ba? So yun mga ka-try, marami ba kayo natutunan? And of course, pinakita lang natin ngayon sa inyo kung paano natin gagamitin yung mga keyframes. And hopefully, if you try to do it on your video editing software, makuha nyo pa ng gusto yung concept and you can start mastering it. Just to try nyo lang po na try nyo lang na paglaruan ito doon sa inyong videos. And tingnan nyo lang kung anong nangyayari kapag nagbabago tayo ng keyframe. And of course, meron pang mga advanced features yan. So at this juncture, of course, as we have been always doing noong nakaraan mga episodes, will be featuring 3 of our pictures from the photo and video bootcamp. So sino ba itong tatlong ito ngayon? Tingnan natin. And ito ang pet nila Sir Justin Pangilinan from Australia. Submission ni Sir Paolo Pales. Napakagandang macro nito. At ang praying mantis ni Sir Jim Montemayor. Ayun, thank you so much for your wonderful submissions mga ka-try. Again, if you are not still a member of this photo and video bootcamp, please, we are very much eager to welcome you to our community. Of course, gawin natin yun, very eager to welcome you to our community so that we will be able to help you out in growing even more in the photography and videography field. Yeah. Looking forward to more submissions from the group as well. Thank you so much po guys and mga ka-try. Alright, so before we end the show, I would like to just greet a few of our friends in the industry. Sir Jezreel Matawaran, sobrang tagal na kitang hindi nababati. Sir Jeffrey Magtibay, Ma'am Jaresa Felipe, Tito Choi De Silva, Sir Lloyd Santiago. We still are looking forward to the appearance of Sir Alfred Limos and Sir Daniel Saulog to the show. I-schedule na po natin yan. Pinag-uusapan na natin. Buti pa si Ma'am Jessica Gavilo nakauna na sa inyo. Ayan, si Ate Vec Basinang din po. Guys, please continue to stay safe. But of course, very special greeting to Ma'am Gizi Mangalyag, Try Beauty and Wellness. Happy wedding anniversary po sa atin. So yun. Sana hindi nanonood si Sir Dave, baka kantsawan tayo ni Sir Dave Oron ng pizza. Sir Dave, pwede naman pong totohanin yung pizza. Basta meron tayong panulak dyan na galing sa Bon Happy Tea. Looking forward po na makita namin kayo in person after itong quarantine ito. Pero anyway, stay safe. Thank you so much po for all those who greeted us over the week on our social media accounts po. And mga ka-try, please continue to stay safe and catch us again in the next episode of Try to Edit. We'll see you again next Saturday. This has been JM. We'll see you soon.